Elon Musk recently held a all-hands town hall style meeting for Tesla where he urged the employees to hold on to their stock. This is something that Enron did right before the collapse. Enron, however, was not, part of the government, so there's that. Right now, Tesla is at 246.54 per share, and this is as of 12:58 p.m. on March 21st. And that is Eastern time. So there's that. It went up by about $11 or 4% today. So, yeah, that probably means some people thought that that news was good. I don't see any other news there with that, but what I worry with that is that these people who are the employees are going to end up losing out on a lot of money when the stock inevitably collapses. The price to earnings ratio at one point was 50, meaning that the price was 50 times the earnings per share, which is ridiculous. If you know anything about stocks, you know that's ridiculous. And I do see that a lot of this is going to collapse. Tesla has been the um, target of many boycotts as well as many vandalisms. They recently recalled every single Cybertruck that's been sold and not scrapped because of some issues with the paneling coming off. If you've seen the YouTube videos about this, you'll know that there are plenty of Cybertrucks that have simply just had the rear paneling come off. They fall apart when they're in the snow. They fall apart in the car wash. It's just a bad car design. And then they have also asked about potentially getting robotaxi in California. I want to shout out Miles in Transit here for having taken Waymo down in San Francisco. I watched that video earlier today, making me think about robotaxis and stuff. I'm not a fan of the idea of everybody having their own self-driving vehicle or anything of that nature, especially with the cost associated with it, but because the transit would just simply be better. But I do see if Tesla were able to get approved for that permit, I do see the stock price potentially rebounding and going up a little bit, simply because that would be a new revenue source. I recently rode in a Tesla Model Y as a passenger of an Uber. I did not enjoy the experience. It was quite difficult to open the door. The back seat was not comfortable. I had just a book bag and a purse with me, so it wasn't much. But I did not like it. But what I find interesting here about Elon with the stocks is that a lot of people who are on the board of directors or who are more, uh, honestly, inside with Tesla than the actual people who work for Tesla directly are basically saying, no, let's ditch the stock. And Elon has to have the stock have a certain value just simply due to the fact that if he gets margin called, he could lose Twitter or X. And Twitter is very important to what he's attempting to do with controlling access to certain media, things of that nature, and also he wanted to make a free speech platform, but we all know that if you disagree with Elon, you'll get banned or shadow banned or lots of stuff happens. My opinion on Tesla is that it's not going to go back up much. I believe it's still actually down from the beginning of the week. 5 day. It is. It started at a high of about 250, so it is down since the beginning of the week. So that would put it at a. Tesla's retail fans buy the stock at a pace never before seen. So this is from Bloomberg. So it looks like a lot of people who are buying it. This is people who are looking to buy the dip and have it get up, but I don't think it's at the low. Now, I respect the idea of that. Buy the dip, buy low, sell high. That's what you want to do anytime you have a stock. But I don't really see that happening here. And we have a bit of a problem with that. So I'm hoping that there's at least some sort of consequences if there turns out to be any sort of fraud with this. I don't believe there will be, but yeah, we are at the point where Tesla and Elon could potentially be going to another Enron situation, and that's not good for anybody, because Tesla would more than likely end up destroying a large portion of value and potentially even crash the entire stock market if it goes down by that much. Especially with its crypto holdings and things of that nature, I can see a lot of far-reaching consequences happening if Tesla ends up as low as I think it'll go, which I think it's actually going to hit down to 115 a share within the next 6 months, depending on earnings reports as well as the international markets earnings reports. I don't know if it's true, but somebody said they sold 6 cars in Germany last quarter. That doesn't make any sense, but we'll see. Plus, they're also under investigation for fraud in Canada. So we'll see what happens, but I don't think this is good for Tesla or the country. All right, everybody, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and you can follow me on Patreon for $1 a month. And Mariners recap videos will be published 12 to 14 hours before they'll be published on YouTube on there. You'll also have some access to things that I write, well, some blog posts. I might use it as a website, and you can book me on Cameo. You can follow me on Instagram, and well as Blue Sky at Sammy5436. Thank you for watching.